All right. Hopefully you got a decent view. Let's see if we can. Oh, is that coming? That's twisting the whole line. Yeah, that's twisting the whole line. That's no good. That's no bueno. That's no bueno, sir. All right, so let's go back to that one. Let's hit this rear line. Oh, okay, all right. The rear line came loose. So that's good. I need to get something to catch this brake fluid. Get a cup to catch that drip. So I'm gonna do this rear line and kind of let that cruel oil kind of soak in. Cause like I said, the fitting came loose, but the whole line was spinning. And if the line is spinning when the fitting is spinning, you're gonna end up breaking the line. So sprayed the top of the line. Hopefully to get in there and break up some of that rust so that the line won't break. All right, so that one is free, so that's good. Let's go back up here, and I doubt we have any luck that fast, but yep, the whole line is still spinning. I'm about to put some heat on that one. Yep, I'm about to put some heat on that one. And then this front one looks better, but that's a bigger size. They used 14 different sizes on these brake line fittings, seems like. Trying to get y'all where y'all can see something, but that's proven to be difficult when you are under a car. And now y'all might actually be in my way. So what I might do is that I'll probably just bring y'all back in, because there is no room under here to have y'all where y'all are not in my way. So when I get it loose, I'll come back. But this is basically what you got to do. I would advise you, if your stuff has been sitting or you look up under there and it's crusty, to spray it down a couple of times and hope that all your stuff comes free without anything breaking or the line twisting when you try to take it off like that one is. Because if you break that line, you're going to have to replace it. All right, y'all. We got everything loose. I had to pull out the torch. We did get that last fitting loose. So everything now is going to be loose except for the front line. I'm going to bring the front brake line out with it, because the front brake line is acting a little stupid. we're still in that bracket. That might not. It ain't gonna come up. In a predicament here. Because it's not gonna go down. And it ain't gonna come up either. Alright, well, I thought that I could bring this off with the front line off. With the front line on, I'm gonna take that front line off. So that shouldn't be a problem. So let me get that front line off and we'll take this out and we'll get it switched out. All right. We got the front proportion valve. Well, we got the brake proportion valve out. So let's sit here and compare it. And it looks the same. The lines look to be in the exact same location, same brake switch mechanism. So let's get the new one installed like the exact same bolt pattern and everything. So the PV4 is what you need. So I'm gonna get it reinstalled and I'll be back after all the brake lines are in. All right, y'all. We got the proportion valve. Oh, can't fit up here. Oh, all right. We got the proportion valve PV4 for the disc-to-disc brake installed. Oh, I need to hook up the line, the little sensor thing to the top. Let's do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let me fish it up. I pulled it up to the top because when I was using Mr. Flamethrower, I didn't want to burn that line up, the sensor or whatever it is, the connector. I didn't want to burn the connector up. All right. I should be able to grab that and reconnect it. Come on. Oh, come on now. It'd be the simplest stuff. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. I really don't want to have to get back up. Come on. All right. And then it looks like this just pushes on to the top. And then that should be it for the proportion valve. Now a little bit of fire did get to it. Oh, there we go. Snap right in. That's a nice snap. All right, so yeah. The only brake line that's not on is the brake line that goes to the front driver's side. But other than that, if your fittings are not rusty or stuck, and if your exhaust is not in the way, you can probably replace this in probably 15 minutes. No lie. If all your fittings are good and you don't have to get out Mr. Flamethrower and your lines aren't all jacked up and everything, 15 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, the brake switch connector, 2, what were these, 13s or 12s, 2 13s, and you can get it switched out. Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. But yeah, with the front brake line, I'm gonna put some heat on it, and I'm gonna spray it some more. Because since I'm putting the wildwood front brakes on it, the front calipers with the stainless steel brake lines, and plus these soft lines need to be replaced anyway. That brake line right there is not coming loose. So I mean, if I need to, I would just buy a brake line and just replace it. But if I can reuse what I have, I'd rather reuse what I have because I can go ahead and do it and it's already pre-bent around everything and what so on and so forth. So once I get this off, I will get it back on. But yeah, short video for what should be a simple procedure, which could potentially turn into a nightmare. So it's just one of them things, you know, you are one stripped or broke brake line away from oh, let me get some wood. Let me knock on some wood. From a 15-minute project costing you a lot more money and potentially taking you 3 days. Remember that. Think, build, enjoy. Peace. Remember that too.